real quick. We're going to do a little short video, and I'm going to try to do this much quicker than any other building video because we want to keep it short and sweet, and it is a video, so you can pause it, rewind it, watch something again if I'm going too fast. So what we're going to be building today, we're going to be building a Patriot. Okay, we've got a Patriot Atomizer here. You can see we've got our Patriot top cap. Mine's been drilled out to some rather large holes there. This is a cloud machine for sure. We're going to build it with cotton, and we're going to build it with Nano Coils. Now you can see I've already got one built here. I've already got it wrapped. I've already set it up. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to wrap one because we're going to do this dual coil. Then we're going to put it together and put it on a bed of cotton. Cool? All right, let's go. So the first thing that we're going to need to do, okay, I'm using 26 gauge Canthal wire. Okay, I got this from Lightning Vapes. Typically I get it straight from Timco, but they did not have 26 available. I've not drilled this out. This is a brand new spool. Typically I like to put some notches in here so I don't have to unwrap an entire piece, but we're going to go ahead and do that. Cut that off, set this off to the side. Now one of the things that I like to do with my wire is torch it. I just have this little Ronson torch here, and it just seems to make the wire less springy after I do it. Uh-oh. Looks like I'm out of fluid. So we're just going to use a regular old lighter and just heat it up. I'm going to put it right in that blue area there. And I'm just going to run this along until I see the wire heat up. We're going to take our needle here, blunt tip needle, from our filling syringe. Okay, I have extra ones just lying around. This is my extra one that's just for wrapping coils. We're going to take it about this much here, okay, just to get us started there, get our lead going. And we're going to wrap these very tightly. I'm going to do 13 wraps because I am using a higher gauge wire. Bring it right up there, and it's very important on this first coil that you get it real close and real tight because that's going to set the precedent for the rest of your coils. Bring it right along just nice and slowly. 2, 3, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. And I'm just going to clip off that excess. Okay. Now typically I'd take my torch here, and I'm going to go ahead and do this with the lighter just because I did torch the other one. Alright, so now what we're going to do, we've got our end here, and I like to use these little stands. They're just 5-10 threaded, they screw right in, and it just gives me a base that I can set it down and not worry about it. So I'll take my screwdriver here, and I'm just going to unscrew these posts until I can see through the holes and I can see that the screws are not obstructing the post holes. So let's see if you can see. Yeah, you can see my sweater through those holes. And then I'm just going to take my needle here, my syringe, and I'm going to line up, okay, the threading with those, or I'm going to line up the leads with those holes. Okay. Now we've got it through there, and we're going to pull it through enough that there's not leaving any room for the coil to touch the walls. I'm going to go ahead and tighten down the negative post. I'm going to clip off the excess, and then I'm going to go ahead and clip off the excess. See if you can see it here. I'm going to clip off the excess from that positive pin as well. Okay. Now we've got our first coil in there. I'm going to hold this end coil with my thumbnail, and I'm going to pull the syringe out. Okay. Now I'm going to take this other coil that we already made, and I'm just going to thread the syringe, the blunt needle right through there. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the opposite side here. I'm just going to thread this through, Once I get that through, I'll take some tweezers or a flathead screwdriver and just lift up that lead so it goes up over top of the other coil, because I'm going to want to clip that off. Now I've got both coils in there. Okay, I'm going to tighten down this positive post. Okay. And then I'm just going to flatten it off. Use my fingernail to hold it and pull it back through. Now this one I'm just going to again slide it through just to make sure we've got everything leveled, since we did tighten down that screw. Okay, and we've got 0.4 ohms. I'm not sure if you can see that on there, but we've got 0.453 ohms, and it's pretty stable. It's not jumping around there. Now I'm going to test it here. And they're heating up nice and evenly. Let's see if you can see that. This is sanitized cotton. I'm going to go ahead and lock my switch there. And now we're going to pick off our cotton for our bed. Now that's a good little bit right there. That should be plenty. I'm just going to kind of wad it up here. I like to use tweezers to place my cotton. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to slide it right up underneath that coil. Now I'm being very careful not to actually move the coil itself. Okay, so now we've got a nice little bed under that coil. Okay, and now we're going to pull off another little piece here for the other side. Again, just a nice little piece there. Going to fold it up. Take my tweezers here. This is Alpha Vape, the dude. Shout out to Sam Rosenberg. Thanks for sending me some of this awesome juice. I've yet to try the dude. I've tried everything so far except for Congo, the dude, and Miss White, and everything's been phenomenal so far. And we're just going to drip a little bit right on those coils there. This is takes a minute to really let the juice soak into that fresh cotton. And you definitely want to avoid dry hits on the cotton. Now let's look for some vapor. There we go. And you will flood it the first when you're building it in there, because you want to get it really soaked. So this first little bit, it's pretty flooded right now. Let some of that burn off. Alright. I'm just going to do one more drop on each side since we burn off a lot of that. We'll take our top cap here. Now we need a drip tip. We'll go with the okay, this is a titanium drip tip from Ninja Mods. Really like this tip for dripping. Alright, and now let's take a vape. There you go. Nano Coils, 26 gauge on a bed of cotton.